What is going on, everybody? So glad you all could join me. Well, it's been a while. Let's go ahead and see who we got here in the in the comment section. Between the trenches, wondering what's going on, sir. Can you guys hear me okay? We're going to talk about college football. We're going to talk about Slob Olympics. We're going to talk about G-Day. We're going to talk about things players shouldn't be doing. We're going to talk about a lot. We're also going to talk about some of the new stuff we just got in the store. As you guys can see, I need to get rid of this banner. What's going on, Jeremiah Thomas? Let me get rid of that real quick. So really appreciate those of you that come and join the channel in the off season. It really does. It really does help motivate me to do more. So let me go and give some shout outs here. Icify, I guess, was the first one in here. Michael Porter, one of our illustrious members, thank you for supporting the channel. Sir, Between the Trenches, one of our big favorites here and a personal favorite of mine, people-wise. Between the Trenches is here. Dave Mendoza, how are you doing, sir? Jeremiah Thomas, glad to see you here. Samuel Pate, what's going on, brothers? He said, what's up, people? Go Tigers. Lizard Circus says he's rooting for Alabama, but he's hopeful for Oral. Aren't we all, sir? Hey, Megan, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. So glad to see you guys here. I know we haven't had an opportunity to really do a lot of videos. As you can see, we're back live, which is good. What's up, Prince of Brave? What's up, Rael? Okay, is it Rael? How you doing? What's up, Alex MLD? Another one of our resident members. Thanks for being here, sir. So, we had some issues, some technical issues. Obviously, you saw the other video we made, the content of the quality of the content, if I can speak properly, was not what I wanted it to be. TikTok Chess Hall just became a new member. Thank you so much, sir. Really appreciate you doing that, supporting the channel. TikTok Chess Hall, another one of our illustrious Slob Olympians. Really appreciate him being there. Big Dog, your thought on Rush Probst? I will get to that, sir. I do want to point out real quick that I was able to finally order some samples. I think these shirts are awesome. There's something a little strange about wearing stuff with your own name on it. It seems a little narcissistic, but I like it. What's going on, JoJo? Anyway, there's a bunch of stuff right on the channel. Check it out. You can find it in one of my other recent videos. There'll be a link to it. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share, send it to your mom and them. Really appreciate it. Between the Trenches, shout out to him. One of the very first people to actually was the first person. He actually bought a shirt before I did out of the store. So he's rocking one of those. We're going to have more stuff in there soon. It's just a way for you guys to support the channel. Hopefully you like the way it looks. Shout out to WebPain for the web design, the graphic design, all of the stuff he did. It looks incredible. You guys want to see more, go over there and check it out. Okay, that aside, we were able to get another computer. I actually found out something I didn't know. I was really kind of aggravated with my camera quality because I didn't like the quality of the image it was putting out. Come to find out, it has a manual focus, and I didn't know that. So I've been making these videos, and I was like, I just wish this camera was clear. I was looking at other cameras. Come to find out, apparently I had bumped the focus on it and knocked it out of focus. So in the process of cleaning it, I bumped it again, and it put it even more out of focus. So I was like panicking, and I tried to put it back like it was, and I bumped it again, and the focus changed. And I was like, that's a manual focus. So got everything set back up. Hopefully the quality looks good. Hopefully it sounds good as I can sound anyway. So really appreciate you guys coming out here and joining us. Now, big news. I didn't make a big full video on it because I don't feel like it really deserved a whole lot of credibility. But Rush Probst, whatever. This guy, grandma used to say, if you can't say nothing nice, don't say nothing at all. If that was the case, I'd never speak another word about this man. He has been in more trouble than Jeffrey Dahmer. This guy's been in more trouble than Al Capone. What's going on, Steve Pearson? Just not a very reputable person. Been fired from a couple of jobs from Lion. Back taxes, I think all said and told, he owes like, I don't know, close to $250,000 in back taxes. I didn't even know that was possible. God had a couple of opportunities to coach at some upper level, but because of his behavior, he couldn't get a hold of those jobs. Also got fired for giving players medication. One player was all loopy after halftime. Come to find out, he'd been dosing players. He'd been bribing players. Come out and said that the reason Nick Chubb had stayed with the University of Georgia his senior year was because they gave him something like $60,000 in 3 installments or something like that. Nick Chubb immediately came out and said, if I wanted money, I'd have just went to the NFL. So he completely blew that out of the water. The next day, Rush Probst gives an affidavit to both the University of Alabama and the University of Georgia, said, I don't have any personal firsthand knowledge. So it's basically his way of admitting that he lied, because all of the lawyers at the University of Georgia and at Alabama were about to eat him alive. They were. That was about to get out of hand in a hurry. Also, by the way, just so you know, the areas that he was talking about in Albany, Georgia, Doherty, Worth County, in that area, that's talking about the richest people in Albany. Listen, there are some people in Albany, Georgia that have some money. I'm not saying there's not. But there's nobody, the richest guy in Albany, Georgia pales in comparison to, say, the richest person in Atlanta. It just does. I mean, so if he would have said some rich person in Atlanta, I'd have probably given him more credibility. But I'm from the Albany area. When I say the Albany area, I say probably 3 or 4 counties around that area. But the guy's credibility is completely shot. Coaching at some high school in Valdosta, a lot of good recruits come out of that area. But Rush Probst is not a person that I would allow to be anywhere near my kids. He has terrible mannerisms, terrible behavior, just trash. So, yeah. Rush would sell his soul to the devil for money. I believe Rush would sell anything to anybody for any amount of money. What's going on, Chiquita? So, no, I don't give any credibility to Rush Probst for anything. I don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth, and that's why the whole thing died as quick as it did. There was no credibility there. That having been said, I don't think this really affected UGA in any way. I mean, I think they have to go through the motions to say, yeah, we did our due diligence. We didn't find anything, which is what everybody expected. Just a big, giant nothing burger and a waste of everybody's time. This is just some guy popping off at the mouth, just running off at the mouth. Oh. So my wife just reminded me that I need to go buy coffee before I go to bed. So after the live stream, I got to go to the grocery store to buy coffee, because a big dog don't roll in the morning without coffee, and Mama Bear don't roll in the morning without coffee either. It is my expressly understood responsibility that I am to make sure that the coffee maker is ready to go in the morning. What's up, James Burks? You're from Pelham, Georgia. I know exactly where that's at, sir. Been there many times. You know who Kirby learned all this from? He's mad Saban wasn't hiring. The guy's an idiot. He's just an absolute idiot. So, what can you say? A lot to get into. One of the things we're going to talk about is the G-Day game. Now, I know a lot of you guys aren't necessarily a big fan of the University of Georgia G-Day game, but they may have suspected that I am. So, yeah. Thank you. I appreciate that, Web Paint. He is the original designer of this shirt. So I want you to know that this is because of you, sir. We really appreciate it. Really, really, really thank you for it. You guys reach out to Web Paint. He might be able to design something from you freelance. The guy is absolutely amazing. He made this thing like overnight. I mean, it was incredibly fast. The guy ought to open a Fiverr account. If you don't know what that is, go Google Fiverr. Pretty much anything that you want to find online, whether it's voiceovers, somebody to read something, teach you something, coach you something, teach you how to play a video game, chess, Apex Legends, whatever. There's coaches on there that you could pay X amount of money and they'll teach you how to do it. So Crimson Brave said he is ready for the G-Day game. Want to see all the QBs. TikTok Chess Hall says that trophy is coming home with me next year. Keep it shined up for me, Brett. I'll let you take it home, Chess, for a day, and then you can send it back to me. I want you to keep in mind, TikTok, that I do appreciate your enthusiasm, but this little segment right here is for all of those wannabe tryhards out there that want to come get this trophy. I recognize that you're out there, and I really didn't train that much last year. But since I got so many of you guys say you want a piece of the dog, I'm going to tune it up. So next year, by the way, won the 40-yard dash, came in second place in cornhole, won the push-up competition, won the spelling bee, lost entirely at paper, rock, scissors, came in third, fourth, or fifth on the IQ exam. I don't think that one's going to change for next year. But guess what? I scored 0 points on the field goal, which I guarantee you won't happen again next year. And I only hit one of the passes that I threw. So I might get that next year. So a lot of you guys got a lot of catching up to do. I'll be telling Chess to shut up. It's my hero, man. Leave Chess alone. He says, Crimson Brave still haven't tried a brisket, big dog. Keep your eye on a place called Kroger. About once every couple of months, those things will go on sale for super cheap. The brisket that I bought should have cost like $80. I ended up buying it for $25 because they had a big sale. So just keep your eyes open for that, and you can get one for super cheap. What's going on, Daniel Rivera? He says, much love, big dog. Go Dogs. I like it. So JoJo Bug says he's been to the G-Day in 17, 18, and 19 and trying to go this year. I think there was, other than last year, I think there was 1 year in the past 5 years I've missed. And I think it was because there was something else with the family going on that weekend. I just couldn't get loose. But this coming up year, this was crazy. They gave away they sold limited tickets for $10. Game's always been free. I don't know if I don't know why they thought $10 was the magical number to discourage people from buying tickets, because it didn't discourage anybody. They probably could have asked for $20 or $40 a ticket and still got it easily. I want to say the capacity is like 20 to 25% or 22%. I'm not sure exactly what, but at roughly 100,000 people, you're talking at 25,000 there, not a couple of thousand off for a rough number. So 22,000 people are how many tickets that they sold. Out of those 22,000 people, what's up, Bama buddy? What's up, Circus Third Event? Sarica. Sarica? I'm not sure how to say that name, sir. Is the Pac-12 the conference to watch this year? No. In order to get a ticket, they were giving away tickets initially. Not giving away. They were giving first opportunity to, I think, season ticket holders that had missed the Vanderbilt game. I think that was one set. People that were part of the student, faculty, and staff. Then I think there was another group by members of the Hartman Fund. And after all those people got their tickets that wanted to get their tickets, then it went to the general public. They went on sale at 8 o'clock. You guys' favorite, Trenches. Where's Trenches at? You still in here between the trenches? Speak it up. Hey, what's up, Michael Vick? Good morning, sir. How you doing? This is the MVP from the Slob Olympics and one of our resident favorites. So, Trenches was all over this. Yeah, there he is. He was all over this. He was calling up there, getting hold of the director of public information. I mean, he wanted to know what was up with these tickets. He even tried to get tickets early. Like, he was like calling special people behind the scenes. This guy was doing it all. So I was like, if anybody's going to get these tickets, man, he is. And guess what? Our boy came through for us. He was able to get 4 tickets. And he was also has a friend of his to get 4 tickets. So there was 8 tickets total. The tickets are all spoken for at this time. So me, my cousin, who we almost always go to these games together, my son and my daughter are all going to go. This is going to be, if you could have gotten tickets to a game, to a spring game for UGA, this was the one. BVD then ran over Bill Gates. What? I don't know what he's talking about. Oh, Big Vol Daddy's in here. What's going on, BVD? UGA football still hasn't won a natty since 1980. Kirby begs Herschel to come back. Herschel says, screw you, buddy. I've put in my time. How about you don't blow it on 4th and 26? Gotta love that. At least Georgia got to where it was for 2nd and 26. But yeah. Oh, hold on. Let me help you out. Vic said it was 2nd and 26, and he is correct. Big Ball Daddy's trying to say he was just checking to see if anybody was paying attention. Sure you were, sir. Sure you were. So one of the things that is that a lot of people are looking at is that Georgia has an opportunity to win the East. Many are considering them to be a national title contender. I'm one of them. I think that there's certainly a lot of opportunity there. Hey, what's going on, Keith? So if Michael Vick, man, God, I love this guy. Breaking news: Tennessee football has been terrible since 1998. Just relentless. I love it. He's like, I know, but I got to take my shots when I can. He's right. He's right. What's going on, Brad Pitt? How you doing, sir? Is Auburn the capital of Alabama? For failure, maybe. I'm not sure, man. So anyway, long story short, this should be a record. This should be a banner year for Georgia. Georgia certainly has an opportunity to run the table. All of the top 7 programs, with the exception of Georgia, lost their starting quarterback. Think about that. So you got Trevor Lawrence is gone, Justin Fields is gone, Kyle Trask is gone, and there's numerous other ones out there. I can't remember either, but the top 7 all lost their starting quarterback. Clemson lost a lot. They lost Travis Etienne as well. They lost one of their best receivers. So it's going to be interesting to see what they can do. By the way, the running back that they lost is not just running back you lose. You don't reload and refill that kind of guy. Ask me how I know. Travis Etienne is the all-time rushing leader in the ACC. That's what they're losing. That's a lot to lose in just one player alone. Never mind, you lost him and the quarterback and one of their leading receivers. Now, their quarterback they're putting in there is a guy that's got some talent, no doubt about it. But if I had to cut my teeth starting a brand new season as a starter, I would not want that team to be a Georgia, an Alabama, an Ohio State, or even a full-powered Florida. I wouldn't want to cut my teeth on those teams, and that's what he's walking into. Georgia looked very good against Cincinnati. They rallied. They had several drives that looked incredible. And Kirby Smart is currently saying that the UGA football team, it looks light years ahead of where they were this time last year, at least in regards to the offense. Georgia's got a lot of returning players. Basically, the entire offense returns except for players that was there. It's almost addition by subtraction. Then you've got a couple of guys that are getting moved around on defense, but a good chunk of those guys come back. Georgia is hurting in the cornerback position. We've actually moved one of our, is it linebackers or somebody? We moved somebody to cornerback. I think it was a running back. We moved him to cornerback. Guy's crazy fast. We'll see what happens. Big Vol Daddy, you got to love his sense of humor, man. This guy right here, he's tough as nails and has been through the ringer, but he's still got a sense of humor. He goes, I wouldn't want to cut my teeth on. Oh, wait, never mind. Leave it to Kirby to judge an offense. Right, Mike? You nailed it. But, I mean, if you look at everything that's going on, I think that this particular offense is going to be prolific. We've got a lot of excellent receivers that are coming back. It is absolutely going to be a record year. Now, I will say there is no tailgating permitted. Fans will be required to wear a face covering to enter Sanford Stadium and while moving within the facility, but you can remove them when seated in a socially distanced manner. COVID-19 sanitizing. There we go. That spelling bee thing. and mitigation practices will be in place. Hand sanitizer stations are located throughout the stadium. Attendance will be available at restrooms and concession stands for cleaning and sanitizing protocol. And stadium gates will open 2 hours prior to kickoff. Game's supposed to kick off at 2 p.m. We will see what happens. Let's see. Webb Jr. is leaving, I think, or is it It was Tyson Campbell. The one player I didn't want to see leave was Tyreek Stevens, but he left. Apparently, he wanted to go to Miami, so see you later. I don't know what you guys think you're going to do down there next year, but you had an opportunity to be on a national championship caliber team. Nobody thinks Miami is, sir. Sorry about your loss. Let's see. What else was I wanted to look at? Oh, yeah. Top 10 rankings. College football 2021 on 24/7 Sports. So I saw this list, and I definitely wanted to go over it. This kind of just that's the recruiting rankings. Good Lord, I don't want that. I don't want that. The way too early. Here we go. Is this it? This is one of them. This is Athlon Sports. What's going on, James Willoughby? Where is our Braves fans tonight? Keith is in here somewhere, or he was. Let's see. So I want to see what you guys think about this. I obviously disagree with this, and you'll understand why in a minute. But here's one of the polls. So Nick, they've got Alabama ranked at number 1. Now, I know all you Alabama fans are going to say, yeah, we should be ranked number 1, blah, blah, blah. I get that. You national championship, you get it. But you guys lose a lot. I understand the whole reload thing. I get it, but you lost a lot. Being ranked number 1, it's kind of interesting. Not saying it's not deserved. I just need a little justification. Nick Saban has to retool the depth chart and coaching staff once again. Reread that first sentence. Nick Saban has to retool the depth chart and the coaching staff once again. Mac Jones, gone. Bryce Young, gone. Former Houston Texans head coach Bill O'Brien will replace Steve Sarkisian, new offensive coordinator. Steve Sarkisian, gone. Jace McClellan, Roydell Williams, Brian Robertson, Trey Sanders will be first carries at cracks behind Najee Harris. John Mechie, Jaleel Billingsley, and a cast of talented youngsters vying for the opportunity as receiver. The trenches need to be restocked with Alex Leatherwood, Deontay Brown, Landon Dickerson, all off to the NFL. Defense will be largely intact, but defensive lineman Christian Barrymore, linebacker Dylan Moses, and cornerback Patrick Surtain have left for the next level. Are you keeping count? Yeah. And then, of course, they open with Miami and Atlanta. They have a pretty solid schedule. They have to play Auburn, Florida, and Texas A&M. I think they're going to demolish Florida. Texas A&M is probably going to be their toughest opponent, and then Auburn, they're going to beat the tar out of them. So yeah. Are you sure with Pete Golding at the helm? I'm not either. It says Bryce is gone. That's what it says, man. It says Bryce is gone. No, Bryce Young. Excuse me. I misread. Bryce Young is going to be the starting quarterback. My mistake. I ain't perfect. Number 2, Clemson. Yeah. So they lost in the Sugar Bowl to Ohio State, which we found out how bad Ohio State was when they played Alabama. Good grief. Trevor Lawrence is off to the NFL. DJ Alphabet is ready to step in. The backfield is changing because Etienne's gone. Lynn Dixon will get first crack at the starting gig, but 5-star freshman Will Shipley, I don't know about that. Receiving course could feature Justin Ross if he returns after missing 2020 due to a neck injury. Let's see. The line of scrimmage has to improve. If they want that, they have to work after Jackson Carman departed to the NFL. They got a 5-star freshman, Tristan Lay, 2020 recruit Walker Parks. Geez. Trenches on defense will be set with Brian Breezy, Tyler Davis, Miles Murphy, and KJ Henry back in 2021. Clemson will be a huge favorite in 11 of its 12 games because they play nobody. For some reason, they've got Oklahoma ranked number 3rd, which I think is absolutely freaking ridiculous. Their schedule is garbage. They did score a lot of points, but having Oklahoma ranked above Georgia at this point is ridiculous. So if you're not a Georgia fan and you want to know what's happened in the offseason, this is hey, what's going on, Caleb? He changed his name. Caleb, the spelling bee host. I like it. Well, here's the thing. If you're gonna say OU is bringing back a lot, then you've got to acknowledge how much Georgia's bringing back. And Georgia's bringing back a quarterback that can throw for over 400 yards. Don't know what to tell you, man. Don't know what to tell you. Georgia got several first-round draft picks on this team this season. So I'm going to read the whole thing of what they said about Georgia. And this is Georgia ranked number 4. And this is what they said. Kirby Smart has led Georgia to a 44-9 mark over the last 4 years, but the next step of the program is to get back to the national championship game and hoist the trophy. The emergence of USC transfer JT Daniels sparked the offense to an average of 33.37 points a game over the Bulldogs' final 4 games after posting 29 points a contest in the first 6. Daniels should benefit from a full offseason of work as the number 1 quarterback. Play caller Todd Monken should have a complete set of practices in the spring and fall to implement his scheme after an unusual lead up to the 2020 season. Look at what Georgia was able to do with a hodgepodge system that they switched to this quarterback halfway through the season. Daniels won't lack for playmakers on the outside. His top 3 targets include George Pickens, Darnell Washington, and Arian Smith. I would say also Dominic Blaylock, Marcus Rosemini, Jack Saint, Justin Robinson, Jermaine Burton. There's plenty of weapons on the Georgia offense. As usual in Athens, the backfield is well stocked with with talent. We did lose a guard, Ben Cleveland, Big Ben, and center Trey Hill off to the NFL. But if you watch how Trey Hill played sometimes, I'm not sure you lost much. Some of those snaps were terrible. Matt Luke does have options for those positions. Georgia's defense led the SEC by holding teams to 4.86 yards per play in 2020, the best in the SEC. Yes, even over Alabama. Elite recruiting will help Kirby Smart and coordinator Dan Lanning keep this group near the top of the SEC, but there are many holes to fill after Mark Herring, Mark Herring, linebackers Azeez Ojulari, Monte Rice, safety Richard LeCount, and cornerback Eric Stokes and Tyson Campbell opted for the draft. The defense may have some issues, but I don't see it being that big of a problem. Georgia's defense is absolutely loaded. So for me, I don't know, man. I think that's yeah. Megan says, "Hey BVD." Hill gave Tennessee a touchdown. Yep. I mean, every team's going to say that they're really excited about how well their team is lined up and how they expect them to do. I get that, but at the end of the day, I think the quarterback position, as a Georgia fan, I can assure you the quarterback position is a position that you need to have experience and talent, because if you don't have both, you're in trouble. Jake Fromm had experience, no talent. Stetson Bennett had experience, no talent. Justin Fields, talent, no experience. So now we have a quarterback who has talent and experience. Ta-da! And he's coming back, and he's had a full offseason to work with these guys. I think, Georgia, you're going to see a lot more downfield passes from Georgia. You're going to see, instead of averaging 160 yards a game like Jake Fromm did in passing, you're going to see a lot more 300-yard games with Georgia. Kirby Smart has said multiple times and many times that he wants to be able to make these explosive plays, to have these explosive plays on offense. You can't have that on a run play every other play in this day and age. It doesn't work anymore. College football has evolved, and you have to evolve with it. If you look at the top of the field right now, you're saying Alabama. Let's go back a year ago before Alabama. LSU, prolific passing, won a national championship. Alabama, prolific passing, won a national championship. Go back to where Clemson won their national championship, prolific passing. Oklahoma, in it almost every single year until they get to the playoffs, prolific passing. Georgia was really the only team that was able to make it that far without a prolific passer. What does that tell you? That tells you that you got to have a prolific passer if you want to break that barrier. You got to have a passer that can get you back into a game if you're down 2 touchdowns at half. That's what Alabama did against Georgia both times. So if you don't have that, you're not there. You're just not there. And Georgia has to make those changes. Oh, let's see who's jumped in here since I missed it. Georgia Ciampini. What's up, Sea-Dog West? Elite GB, how you doing, sir? Sorry if I missed anybody. Sean Stapleton, how's it going, sir? Really appreciate you guys being in here. Will Auburn be in the playoffs this year in gymnastics or golf? What are we? Because I know we're not talking about football. We're certainly not talking about football. So yeah, no, it's not going to happen. They're not going to be in the playoffs. I don't even know that they'll be in the top 25 at the end of the season. Florida is currently ranked number 13. That ought to tell you something. Miami's ranked number 16 on this poll. LSU is ranked 23rd. Texas is ranked 24th. And Texas is ranked 1 spot above the Louisiana Raging Cajuns. That ought to tell you something, gentlemen. That ought to tell you something. So anyway, yeah. I'm going to be doing some live streams from the game. I'm obviously going to be taking videos from the game. I wanted to make the videos for the Slob Olympics sooner, but to be honest with you guys, I was really trying to get this rig up and running. I do have some more lights coming in, though. How exciting. So exciting. And not to mention, I figured out how to focus my camera. Imagine that. So, yeah. What was the other thing? Oh, Mike Bobo. All right, so get this. Apparently, Mike Bobo gets a job, right? They get him in there. He starts talking about some football camp with Pap Updike or whatever his name is, and up Stoops, down Stoops. I don't know what the guy's name is because I don't know anything about college football camps. I don't. Sea-Dog West. I like that, sir. There you go. Sea-Dog West says, hey, Brett, I predicted you winning the Slob Olympics, and now I'm predicting 2020 national champions from Georgia. I can get behind it. I'm with you, man. So do this. So will we actually get a full season this year? Absolutely. There are stadiums currently right now that are already ramping up and have already said that they are going to have their stadiums at full capacity. So is Auburn a 4-loss team? Depending on how they play their cards, it might be lucky to be a 4-win team, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. So Mike Bobo, he goes out there on national TV, and the poor guy gets put under a microscope. A lot of people expected him to try and transcend into the head coaching job at South Carolina. Apparently, he wanted no part of it. Got hired on, I think, at Auburn. And they started asking him all these questions. And the guy, you could tell he's a little bit uncomfortable. But he's kind of trying to say, yeah, I'm a big Auburn fan. I've always been an Auburn fan. And then the Georgia fans are like, we know better, dude. We flat out know better. So apparently some Georgia fans got upset at what this guy was doing. Listen, this man has got to take care of his own business. He's got to take care of his own family. You would not for one second tolerate Kirby Smart coming over to play for University of Georgia and talk about how much he loved coaching Alabama, how much he loves the Alabama football team. That wouldn't fly for a second. This guy's doing what he's got to do. I'm sure there's plenty of coaches out there that coach for one team but secretly love another one. And I guarantee you that conversation is had that you can't let that get out in the public because it's going to ruin you. So that's all he's doing, man. He's just doing his job. Looking for a great season from Georgia. Go Dogs. I'm always looking for a great season from Georgia. So, yeah. For those of you that jumped in the chat here late, I want to show off this shirt, man, that Web Pain Design. If you guys want one of these shirts, you can go over to teespring.com/Big Dog Brett's Doghouse or something like that. It'll be in the description as a video after this video is closed out and uploaded. You can find it there. Go over there and buy you a shirt, pair of sweats, hoodies, whatever you want to buy. I'm going to be I've got another one here. And I'm going to do this is a gray one. Woo! It smelled like donuts. I'm sorry. I get carried away. So I'm going to be doing a drawing in a couple of weeks, probably when we get close to the G-Day game. And we're going to give away some shirts, start doing some stuff like that for you guys. If you like the apparel, let me know. When we might do a night where, you know, anybody who enters a super chat, we throw your name into a drawing and you pick out a shirt. So what's going on, RN? Brett, any more news on the G-Day game with only 25K? I don't think that they're going to change that number. And if they do, I don't know how that would fare. Because they've came out and said that, you know, they wanted to do X amount to make sure, you know, they, you know, follow all the reasonable caution, abundance of caution, or however they said it. Yeah. So I don't know if they change gears. I'm fine with it. I'd love to see a full capacity crowd. Daniel Rivera says, what do I think Pickens is going to do for UGA? Pickens is going to do what all amazing receivers do. The Dave Mendoza, I'm not even going to entertain that comment, sir. So all good receivers force you to almost always double cover them. And then that's going to give you the opportunity. Sorry, mustache a little itchy tonight. Yeah, Monte Rice declared. Once you've got one player who's covered up, that leaves another player open. And you saw that on multiple occasions with Jermaine Burton, Darnell Washington, and some of the other receivers. Arian Smith was one of them, I seem to recall. When you got a guy who's downfield and you got to keep him covered, it's going to take two guys. I don't care if you have the number one cornerback in the country. When you're going against a guy that good, I mean, watching him with a guy basically in his pocket jump up 9-10 feet off the ground and a one-hand catch something, you got to have two guys there just to interrupt his route running to stop him from being able to get open, so at least he can't get to where the ball is going to be. The guy's an absolute first-round draft pick, in my opinion. When that happens, there's somebody else is going to be open. You just got to hit him. My only question is is Georgia's offensive line going to be good enough to what's going on, Michael? Is Georgia's offensive line going to be good enough to let JT Daniels stand in the pocket long enough to throw the ball? We'll see. I don't know. So, yeah. Oh, look at my silly self. I have absolutely screwed up my name here because that is not my Twitter. This is. So, yeah. If you guys want to follow me, go over and check me out on at UGA Big Dog Brett on Twitter. I post stuff all the time. It's not always about college football. Sometimes it's about Braves or just other stuff that's going on. Man, everybody loves when Pickens lays out for a catch, but I will tell you this. When I see Pickens lay out for a catch, I'm really excited the moment he catches it, and then I cringe when he hits the ground because I'm scared he's going to get injured. I want to see that guy just, you know, I want to see him catch it and just breeze on by. Oh yeah. When you put a Blaylock on one side of the Pickens and Jackson's out there, watch out. If Georgia goes to four, they go to four receivers at one time, throw a tight end on the mix, dude, coming out of that backfield for a little tight end catch, it's gonna be rough. The one thing I'm really excited about is Todd Monken has now basically had an entire year, or going to have an entire year to have worked JT Daniels. I'm really excited about that. 2-2, Moore is a beast. Yes, sir. That is absolutely correct. He is. No doubt about it. Michael Hogue says, hey, at Brett, how are you doing tonight? Did you get a chance to see some of the Rondale Moore's pro day today? Young man is 5'7", has a vertical of 42 inches and squats 600 pounds. Yes, sir. Freaking nature. Freaking nature. Is Darnell Washington going to do anything this year? Yes, he's going to be. He's going to be that guy. This is the way Georgia's going to use the tight ends. Georgia's not going to use the tight ends like Florida did. Florida's like every other pass was the Pitts. But if what you're looking at is what are the tight ends going to do, the tight ends are going to come into plays to keep the defense off balance or to keep them honest, as they say. Tight end is his job is to stand there most of the time and either block or look like he's going out for a pass. And in the moment that they get tired of covering this guy because they never throw him the ball and one of those linebackers drops out of position, they're going to hit Big Darnell or Fitzpatrick. And those guys are going to rumble down the field another 8, 9, 10 yards because they're so hard to tackle because they're monsters. I think that's what you're going to see. Personally, I'd like to see a tight end shift in position and do a halfback crack toss to the running back. And when they go around the corner, I want to see that tight end just clean up a linebacker. But that's just me. Play action. Yeah, that's another one, Jordan. You're right. Man, it's good to be back on. It just is. Glad to have all of you guys here. Some of the things I'm looking at, by the way, I didn't finish talking about Mike Bobo. Mike Bobo, cut this guy some slack. If you're a Georgia fan or you see somebody else giving this guy a bunch of sand, listen, he's just doing what he's got to do. I'm not mad at him for that. I mean, I'm not mad that he doesn't coach for Georgia. I'm not mad about anything about it. That man already went to one college and now he's going to another. He's trying to advance his career. I'm not upset at him. Leave him alone. Why do you care? Yeah, look at that. Right there, that trophy. I wish if Georgia wins the national championship, I'm going to get a trophy for that, hang it on the wall too. So, yeah. Oh, what you guys made some changes to the wall. If you look up here, you will see the football that I took to the Slob Olympics. It's been signed by pretty much everybody that was there. We got Raj. Go check out Jesse J. You guys know who he is. C-Dog Morgan, there you are, sir. Yeah. Celine Driver right here, as you can see. Got my watch on, sir. Appreciate that. Golden Blue Dude. He's on here. Then we got where's it at here? Oh, yeah. Pigskin Pete, who took up the entire white area of the football. Then you got Uncle Lou right here. Then we got one of our favorites right here, Mr. BVD. Where you at, sir? What's up, Keith Carr? And then we got one more, I believe, right there. Traveling somebody. Yes, sir. So we got quite a few people signed on here. Got my pass to the College Football Hall of Fame. It says fan on it, in case you didn't know. I guess you have to be certified as a fan. But, I mean, we had a really good time, guys. It was a blast. Crimson Brave says, ooh, Celine. Hey, listen, everybody there was absolutely awesome. I appreciate all those guys. What's up, Pizza Woman? That's just a heck of a name. So, Keith is going to be joining me at the G-Day game. Between the Trenches is going to be there, and I believe his son's coming. One of his friends is going to be there, and his son's going to be there, and my two kids are going to be there. What's up, Sarah Crane? Hope you're doing well, ma'am. There's going to be, I think, 8 of us there. So we're going to be doing, since we can't tailgate at the game, we're going to tailgate at the hotel in the parking lot there. So if any of you guys during G-Day happen to be in Athens and you want to come tailgate and hang out with us, send me an email. Contact me on Twitter. We'll get together, and we'll have you guys meet up and hang out with us. I'm sure it'll be a blast. So also right here, you can see the LT right there. That's a coaster that Uncle Lou brought to the Slob Olympics, and right here is a coaster. That coaster up there is signed by Pigskin Pete, Uncle Lou, Celine Driver, and and Jesse J. So yeah. G-Day is the annual spring game, Georgia, the red versus the black. It is a great environment. It's just a lot of fun. Every year we have fun with that. Keith, Dave Mendoza wants to know if this is the year the Braves win it all. He said, yes, sir. I'm definitely excited about Braves baseball this year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Reasonable Gump says, would you rather have Dan Mullet or Jim Harbaugh? I'd rather have Jim Harbaugh. No doubt about it. I couldn't. Best 1-4 lineup in baseball. Yes, sir. I've been watching a lot of John Boy. Some of the stuff he does out is pretty cool. So pretty soon, guys, I'm going to be doing some videos of the upcoming teams, kind of going over some stuff, what I think is going to happen. I'm going to do some videos of the spring game. Got some more lights coming in. I'm kind of excited about that. I was really going to buy myself another camera until I figured out how to focus this thing. Well, I'll just, leave it at that. If UGA doesn't win a natty, what will the talk be and what happens to Kirby? Nothing. Nothing's going to happen to Kirby. Anybody who's got any common sense has got to look at this and say, this is definitely the best coach that Georgia can get. Because basically, here's what you got. You either got to get Nick Saban, Dabo Swinney, and then who? Who's done better? Nobody. So, I mean, that's your choices. I understand Georgia wants to win a national championship. I get it. But sometimes there's a little bit of luck involved. I mean, there just is. So sometimes there's a blown coverage, cost you a game. But we got there. So same thing. He's an outstanding coach. The recruiting classes are better than Mark Richt ever dreamt of having, which, by the way, Mark Richt is back in Athens right now. So good for him and his family. Love the guy. I'm sure he can contribute in some way, just so long as it's not coaching. Yeah. So, well, guys, it's getting closer. In a few minutes, we're gonna shut it down. Do you guys have any questions you want to throw at me? Anything you guys want to talk about? Man, I love his shirt. This thing's cool. It's comfortable too. So over on Teespring, when you buy shirts, I put two different kinds. They have a basic plain tee. I didn't buy that because basically it's just not a very comfortable t-shirt. They have a comfort tee and they have a premium tee. This is the premium tee. I didn't buy the comfort one. I wanted the top of the line. So I put the comfort tees and the premium tees on there, kept everything as reasonably priced as I could. So yeah. Elite GB says, I'm just ready to see the end product. Time will tell, homie. You right about that. Playing offense in the SEC is different. Well, everything's evolving. I mean, and you got to evolve with it. So I think that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to evolve with it. Bringing in Todd Monken shows that he's trying to evolve it. The fact he's got a quarterback who's thrown for over 390 yards twice in he only played 5 or 6 games. Yeah. So yeah. But again, I'm going to push these shirts, guys. Y'all can hate me if you want to. I like the shirts. I really do. I would wear this shirt if it wasn't me on it. That tells you how much I like it. So, yeah. Bama has 6 first-round draft picks. That is cool. That's one of the reasons that so many people go to Alabama is because they're able to get that end result. They're able to get players into the NFL, and that absolutely draws players to come there. When are you on next again, big dog? That's a great question. I want to say they're like $21, $22, dude. To be honest with you, they're not terribly expensive. I mean, you're going to pay more. You're going to pay more for a t-shirt at the mall than you're going to pay for stuff that I'm putting out there. The hoodies are nice too. I'm going to get a hoodie. I'm going to get one of my hoodies. This design right here that WebPaint came out with, I like the design of it. I really do. So instead of supporting your local millionaire band, you can send stuff my way. Big Dog, did Chester ever stand on the scale? If so, did it say to be continued? Actually, Uncle Lou bought a scale and left it at home. He forgot. So no, nobody got on a scale. But if I was to get on a scale, I'm about 285. So now people can so here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and do this for you. So people can rag on Chess all they want about his size and his weight. I'm gonna tell you right now, he may be a big guy, but there is almost nobody I've ever met who is a better sport than that guy. He doesn't get offended. Oh, it's right here, dude. It's right here. It's right here. And because he takes it so well, it's so hard to put yourself so far over into the arena of jerk to get after him. He's like, you really make yourself look bad trying to insult that guy. He's got a big heart. He loves everybody. He got out there. He's like, I'm going to do this shit. I'm going to do it with everybody. I'm going to run the 40-yard dash. I'm going to do a push-up. I'm going to tell you right now, I know that I can do 50 push-ups at a drop of a hat. I could do them right now if I wanted to, and everybody knows it. But that's because I'm used to it. Most of those guys out there couldn't do more than 30. Chess Hall to get out there and try for a solid minute to do push-ups, and I think they counted 8 or 9. I wasn't watching, but I think they counted 8 or 9. I'm going to tell you right now, there was guys out there that couldn't do 10. So for Chess Hall to be that big of a guy and be out there knocking them out, hey, man. From what I understand, BVD has contested those push-ups, but that's neither here nor there for me to say. He got out there. He did just as well at cornhole as anybody else. He finished second place in the Dad Blame shoe toss. He did go out pretty early in the spelling bee, but I think he was a little nervous. The guy's a hell of a sport. He sat around there and cut up and joked with everybody. Nobody was mean to him. No need to be mean to him. I thought he was just as good as anybody else. Chess is on steroids. Chess good dude, man. Chess good dude. I like Chess. So get this. All right. So there is something I'm gonna pick on Chess about, right? So those of you who've been around for a while, I've been in the military. I like being outside. I like hunting. I like fishing. I like going out in the woods. And when you're out there climbing through the woods of North Georgia, it's mountainous. So you're going to develop a little bit of a sweat. Well, in that process, I carry around, my backpack's over here. I carry around deodorant with me. So after we've all been out here running around, doing push-ups, shoe toss, all this other stuff, I'm like, I put on some deodorant. And I'm like, here you go, Chess. Chess is like, are you saying I smell? I'm like, Chess, we all smell right now. He goes, oh, you're right. So, like I said, if you ever meet Chess, he's got a big heart. He's a real person. I like Chess. Good dude. We had a ton of people there. I'm probably telling on somebody a little bit right here, but I think he would tell you the same thing, so I don't have a problem saying it. BVD has some problems with his legs. He has diabetic neuropathy in his legs, I believe. So he can't run. He can't feel his legs. He got out there and did everything, I think, except the 40-yard dash, because he knew that was not a smart thing for him to do. Nobody picked on him about it, but he got out there and did everything he could do. I mean, just, another big-hearted guy. So, I don't know what to tell you. I like him a lot. He's a good dude. What's up, Spurning? Boy, I can't talk. Vernon Speaks Sports. What's going on, buddy? You guys go check out Vernon Speaks Sports. His channel is doing really well. He's another hardworking individual here on YouTube. At least Chess hasn't tried picking a fight over someone on the internet recently. I don't think you can get Chess Hall to fight very easily. I think that'd be difficult. But I can tell you right now, he ain't scared of nobody. Hey, he just wants Vernon sends a super chat just to make me say War Eagle. So War Eagle, what's up, the big dog, Brett? What's up, big dog? What's going on, Vernon? Chess Hall, we pulled up there and we were doing cornhole on the Olympic Park side of the street. And he's like 5 bags in. He's like getting in the zone. He's like, and the police roll up and hit the PA. You're going to move out to the other side of the street. Chess Hall without batting an eye. F you guys, we ain't doing nothing wrong. He ain't scared of the police in Atlanta. Chess, there's a thin line between bravery and stupidity, sir, and I'm not sure which side of the line you were on, but whoo. I didn't see that, Crimson. I didn't see that. Blakey Chan, what's up, buddy? Why did they move the College Football Hall of Fame to South Bend, from South Bend to Atlanta? I'm guessing because nobody ever go to South Bend for fun. That's just my guess. So anyway, well, guys, it's been over an hour. I'm going to try to do another video this week before we get I don't want to get too far out of pocket. I was really kind of upset about the way everything was set up. I didn't want to continue to put out content that was not meeting my expectations. And after watching another video, the color was bad. The audio was bad. I just didn't like it. The stuff that you saw, by the way, is a parody of The Christmas Story, if you didn't know that. Almost all of that was shot on my cell phone, which is great. But I come down here and pop up in the webcam and try to do everything, and, man, it just looked terrible. I just didn't like it. See you later, Pizza Woman. So I got a new rig. I got more stuff coming. It's going to get better. But I'm really excited about these lights I bought. They should be here in a couple of days. I'll probably do a video right after that. Definitely going to do some stuff on some of the other spring games. They would, let's see. There's a lot of content out there. I just can't even begin to cover it all. So, yeah. When is the next breakfast vlog? Probably Saturday. We'll see what happens. I got a lot. It's springtime, man. I got a lot to do. I got to get garden up and running. I got projects I've been waiting to do all winter. Wife now wants to remodel a bathroom and a kitchen. So, and we've still got a 3-month-old baby that hasn't went away, and we got a 3-year-old son who I think supercharged for the left factory. So I got a lot going on. Yeah. Oh, plus my son is getting starting to get geared up with his job, and my daughter is doing volleyball. So, and I have a new job. So lots of stuff going on. I bet Salita had the loudest mouth at the Slob Olympics. I don't know. I really don't think anybody was that loud. It was just a lot of fun. All right, guys. I'm going to jump off here. Got some other stuff to do. I'm going to play some video games and drink a couple of beverages of my choice before I go to bed. So, yeah, Sunday after breakfast is best if you win. That is true. A lot of people, if I do them on Sunday, a lot of people want me to do them after church. So we'll figure it out. All right, guys, I'm going to run through the chat here real quick. Just kind of say thanks to everybody. Let me see. I'm not going all the way back to the very beginning of the list. You guys know who you are. JC, how you appreciate you being here. Lee GB, thanks for sticking around the whole time. Vernon Speak Sports, always appreciate having you on, sir. Called you the other day. I know you're busy. Sea Dog West, thank you very much. Sarah Crane, glad you're here. Pizza Woman, JoJo Bugs, Michael Hogg, Sea Dog West, Michael Vick, he was in here earlier, really appreciate him. TikTok Chess Hall BVD, Between the Trenches, Keith Carr, Michael Porter, Web Payne, JC, Jordan Ciampini, sorry I forgot your name wrong, sir. Sierra Sturdivant, Daniel Rivera, Alex Howard. Let's see. I'm sure there's some JC, Zephyroth, JoJo Bugs, Dave Mendoza, and there's probably a few others in here I missed. Reasonable Gump, Crimson Brave, all those wonderful people. Counter Baron, how you doing, sir? Really appreciate all you guys being here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Don't forget to go check out the store, support the channel. Really appreciate it. Have a great day. God bless. Go Dogs.